And there are two types of breast pad. We have the disposable and we have the reuse. I've used the two, but I prefer the disposable because welcome to my channel. As you all know, this is Motherhood Journey with Empress, and today I'll be talking about essentials for your newborn baby and yourself. Hospital essentials and things you need when you get home, things you need to pack in your bags, things that you won't actually need more, but you might be tempted to buy more, and at the end of the day get a lot of it being wasted, or you don't even use them at all, and you can now begin to send them back to generations. So that is all we'll be discussing on today. If you are interested in this video, which I know you are, get your pad, get your pen, get your booklet, your jotter, sit down with a chilled drink and watch this video to the end. Let's dive into the video. Firstly, I'll be talking about your hospital bag essentials. If your due date is close by, you don't need to wait till the 40th week of your pregnancy. So you need to get your bag and all prepared. So what are the needs to pack in your bags? Personally, even though hospitals, other different hospitals, every hospital have their own list that you need to bring to the hospital while coming for delivery. But I would mention this essential as a general essential things that should be in your bag when you are going to the hospital for delivery. On this video also I'll be talking about essentials, mother's essentials when you are traveling, and essentials that you should have as a new mom at home and for your baby. So the first I'll be mentioning here is essentials, your bag that you'll be packing to the hospital. Firstly, you need to determine when you want actually to pack your bag that you'll be taking to the hospital. I normally advise expectant mom to pack their bags when it is around 24 weeks. When they are 24 weeks, they should start, even if they've not started buying. But naturally, I think immediately you are aware that you are nurturing a baby already. Whenever you go to the marts, ShopRite, supermarkets, or anywhere around you, the market, I think whenever you see any baby lovely things, you should get them. And the reason why I'm doing this video is for you to get the right thing, not to get numerous things and at the end of the day they are of no use. So, but if you are not that type of going to the market to buy things for later use, so by 24 weeks of pregnancy, you should get two big bags. One big extra large bag for yourself at home and one big bag for yourself and your baby that you'll be taking to the hospital. Like I normally advise that whenever you get something, you go out to the clinic, you see something you like, or for antenatal, you buy it, then you pick it, you keep it in that your extra large bag. That is, you put them there for when it is ready for you, you want to arrange your bag. I've talked about stages of pregnancy. If you are wondering what stage of pregnancy you are when you are 24 weeks, you can watch this video right here. It's a video talking about stages of pregnancy. On this video, I talked about first stage of pregnancy, which is the first trimester, the second trimester, and the third trimester. So this video, we are talking about the fifth stage of pregnancy, the fifth stage of motherhood. We have 5 stages of motherhood, my own definition anyways. The first trimester is the first stage, the second trimester the second stage, the third trimester the third stage. The fourth stage is when you deliver your baby and your placenta and you and your baby are fine, while the fifth stage is when you go home and you start nurturing your baby on your child, your twin, your triplet, till they get married and they have their own family. So that is the 5 stages of motherhood to my definition. I hope you get that here. So let's continue what I'm saying. So like I said, like on the by 28 weeks of pregnancy, you should get your bag prepared. So why I said this is that we all are not praying to have a premature baby, right? but we can't actually tell what will happen, and we can't actually say when this is when the baby will come or that is when the baby will come. Some baby comes as early as 36 weeks, 37 weeks, 38 weeks, 40 weeks, and as late as 42 weeks. So whichever it is, packing your bag very early won't put or pose any stress to you, but would rather do you more good than or no even harm in packing your bags as early as you. So on this video, I'll be mentioning some must have and some nice to have things in your bag. Even if the baby center you are using gets or do things in a different way, but these are things, essential things that you must have in your bag. What to pack in your hospital bag? Firstly, for yourself, you need a robe, a nightgown, or a pajamas. Accompanying with this, we are talking about attires. Accompanying with this, you need a slippers, like a bedroom slippers or slippers that is comfortable for you to wear. Then you also need stockings, well-fitted stockings, not too tight, that is nice for you to wear. So the next thing I'll be talking about is your toiletries. I'm talking especially for moms now. I'll be going to the baby next, then I'll be going to your spouse next. So for moms, you need toiletries. What are the things you need in your toiletry wallet or bag? You need your tea roll, which is a tissue. You need your toothbrush. You need your toothpaste. You need a soap, non-scented soap or any soap of your choice, maybe a shower gel. You just need a bathing soap. So under this, your toiletries, you also need a towel. So you can get 2 towels into your bag. So the 2 towels, you have a bigger one and you have a smaller one. Then you also need a sponge. The sponge I mean here is not the sponge for scrubbing like a napkin. Under your toiletries, the last thing is you need a lip balm, or let me say you need a lip balm. Then you also need a nipple balm also that you rub to your areola. This, you should be using this when you are 7 months pregnant already, the darkened part of your breast. So it's going to remove every dirt that is there, and it will also soften your nipple for the baby to feed on. That is all on toiletries. The next essential is the nursing bra. 2 to 3 nursing bra. Different types of nursing bra. There is a pin up here and there's a zipper nursing bra. So this helps you comfortably feed your baby anywhere, anytime, any day. The next thing is you need a massive pad, an heavy duty pad, not the normal sanitary pad you use. You get a heavy duty pad. Make sure you have 4 to 5, depending on the amounts or depending on the pieces in a pack. Accompanying with this, you need a disposable panties. Just use it. When you are removing it off, you turn it off with a pad, then you throw it away. It's very easy to dispose and it's very light. It's very comfortable. Other things you are looking for, depending on which country you're based or depending on your environment generally. Yes, so you can go along with your bathing ball, or some centers have some. If you have some at home, if you wish to take them to your bathing center, you can get them prepared. Your smartwatch, where the nurses or the midwife also count your contraction. When they stop, you can also monitor your contraction with your smartwatch or your stopwatch. You also need to go to the hospital with your phone. The best for you, your phone that you can easily handle. Go with also your charger. Another essential things you have to prepare alongside with yourself is your cards. I would say cards. So what do I mean by cards? The number one, your ATM card, or you go along with sufficient cash. 2, you go with your NHIS, that is your health insurance ID card. 3, you go with your hospital card, that is that they can use to locate your history and every other thing in the hospital. Then lastly, you need to go along with your bed plan. I know there are most hospitals outside the country, like some other hospitals. Plan your beds beforehand, like if you would like to go for cesarean section, if you like to go for epidural, if you would like to go for any stuffs of the mode of delivery. We'll be doing that very soon on this channel. Stay tuned, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can get full gist of all things on this channel. So now you need a flask, a big size for yourself, that there will be hot water in it. You need glucose, you need any kind of energy drink, you need beverages. Accompanying with your beverages, you need your cup, then you need your spoon, you need your water bottle, then you can also go with your snack and your drinks. Now these are possible essentials for mothers, for expectant mothers. These are essential things that you should pack in your bag when you are going to the hospital. Now I'll be moving to the baby. So essential things that you should pack for your baby. The first one is the going home clothes, attire or dress. You need an infant set. The infant set should contain the baby soap, cream, oil, comb, and all things that the baby will need at the first life should be in the set. In it has a powder, it has a sponge, it has a soap, it has an oil, bathing gel, baby lotion. Some has comb in it, and some has a disc, a baby disc that you can play for the baby when the baby is sleeping at night, when the baby wants to sleep at night. So another thing is you need 2 to 4 sleepers. I'll show you in the picture to understand what I mean by sleepers, what the baby would sleep with at night. It must be free, you know, it must be free for the baby. Then you also need 2 to 3 pairs of socks, cap or hats. Also you need 2 to 3 pairs of cap or hats, depending on the type of delivery you've chosen. Remember I said it might be SVD or it might be cesarean sections. So these numbers I'm mentioning is for vaginal delivery. If you are going, if it is cesarean section, which is cesarean section, the CS, you need to add extra 2 or extra 3, like you are doubling the amount I've just mentioned. You need 2 to 3 cozy blankets, and you need another 2 to 3 receiving blankets. A load of small size pampers or diapers. While going to the hospital, you can just take like 10 to 12 pieces depending on the one you bought. If they are the ones that are extra packed, you can just take along a pack. But if you are buying the loads that are in bulk, you can take 10 to 15 pieces alongside with you. Scented baby wipes, that has a lot of water in it. So you need baby suits, overall suits, they call it overall suits, and the baby can also use that for the sleeper. So you need a baby formula in case you do not lactate as early as you want. So you need a baby formula so the baby won't go hungry and it starts running at a skater. You need a baby formula, you need a baby cup, you need a baby spoon, not steel spoon, or even if you be getting a steel spoon, make sure the mouth is blunt. But most preferably you can get a plastic or non-breakable small spoon for the baby. And you also need a feeding bottle, just one is enough. 3 ounces, you need a bottle warmer, just 1 piece of a bottle warmer, a bump pillow when you are breastfeeding the baby. And every other addition from your hospital, you can add that to the list. But as for now, these are the list. In addition to this baby list, though it is for the mother actually, you need a breast pad. The breast pad helps you in case you are lactating so much. You can put that at inside your bra. So when you lactate into it, you can just remove it. And there are 2 types of breast pad. We have the disposable and we have the reuse. I've used the 2, but I prefer the disposable because you don't get to wash, because you don't know the detergents to use for this, and you are putting it on your nipple and the baby is going to suckle on it, and you are not sure if it can be harmful for the baby. But this disposable one, it is sterile and it is well protected. You know, it's been wrapped in a rubber that is protecting it from dust or anything. When you are ready to use it, you peel the nylon off, then you place it straight to your nipple, and you the other gum inside, you attach it to your bra. So I prefer that to the reused breast pad. Now I'll be talking about general essential needs for yourself, your baby after delivery when you are home. So now I'll be starting with the little angel, your baby. You need loads of feeding bottles. Some get tempted to buy a lot of feeding bottles, and at the end of the day, the baby don't even bottle feed. It doesn't accept bottle feeding. So I will advise that you get just 2 to 3 bottles, and those get the same size. You can get the one that can take 60 mils, that's the smallest size, the one that can take 90 mils, and the one that can take 120 mils. You need a belch cloth for the baby. We are on the feeding notes. Also need wipes, small wipes. Wipes, you can't get enough of wipes. If there is something you can buy in excessive, is wipes. Not even pampers, not diapers, is wipes. Because you get to use wipes till the baby is even 1 year, 2 years, sometimes even till the baby is not is up to 3-4 years. You still need wipes. So if there's something you want to buy in bulk, like 5, 6, 10 pieces, is wipes. During this feeding, you need a nursing pillow for you to feed your baby. Also, you need a milk storage, that is for the baby, where you can store your milk, either expressed milk or formula milk. The baby also needs a warmer, that is the formula or bottle warmer. For the breast milk warmer, you need one. Lastly, on feeding, you need a lot of napkin, and you also need bibs to babe. When you are feeding, you need a bib to wear for your baby so they don't soil their dress or their clothes. So that is all on feeding. But another essential things you should have for your baby generally. If there is another thing you should buy with consciousness, is clothing. Don't stock your house with Don't stock with your house with a whole lot of clothes, baby clothes. Before you finish wearing some, then some gets expired. What I mean by expired is that it won't size the baby again. Other things associated with the baby is the cradle, the baby bed, in case the baby will be sleeping with you. If the baby is not sleeping with you, then the baby will need a baby cord. Numbers of flasks that you should get. You shouldn't have more than 3 flasks to say, or 4 thereabouts. You can have 2 medium size, one smaller one that you can take out when you're going out to the clinic, 2 medium size, and a big one, so making 4, so that you can use it as time goes on till you win your baby out of bottle feeding. Baby car seat. Also need to take this to the hospital, so when the baby will be coming, you can fix the baby in there, and someone will be sitting with the baby to make sure that everything is in place. The stroller also, depending on the environment you are in association with your your diapers, or with the diapers, you need a pad changer mat. There are different types of mats. Some mats are sold with bags, so you also need a baby bags. Let me say bags. Why I'm saying bags is depending on where you are going to, depending on the hours you'll be spending there, depending if you'll be sleeping overnight, depending on that, you need bags. Most importantly, you need like 3 bags along with. So overall, you need some undersuits. The undersuits like singlets, you need like 8 pieces. The detergent, if there's another thing you buy loads, is detergent. Even though you'll be gifted some, but you get to use detergent, and even the ones you'll be gifted, you might not be able to use it for your baby. So you need to get a specialized one that you constantly use for your baby, like that brand you pick to use for your baby. So bathing time, you need a baby tub. There are different type of baby infant tubes or bathing tubes. So bathing time, you also need bowls and buckets for your baby. You need different bowls and buckets for hot water, for warm water, for normal water, room temperature water for you to mix, because your baby should use a tepid or a little warm water, the water that doesn't hurt. Don't use hot water. So you need washcloth instead of using sponge. The bedtime for your baby. You need an approved crib for your baby or a crib mattress. The crib, why I'm saying approved is that it has a way that protects the baby from falling. You need 3 waterproof cover depending on what type of bed it is, So you don't need any waterproof, but if it is not waterproof, you can place the waterproof. Then you need baby bed linen. At least you need 4 or 5 baby bed linens that is soft and silky, or cotton or curtains linen. So you might also need hot water bag to put on your abdomen for it to ease a lot of pain, and so on and so forth. I'll be writing others in the letter so you read it. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things in this video, which I have known you've learned more than 2 things in this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to send away to your family, send away to your beautiful angels. And it's a wrap on this video. Do have a lovely day. Ciao.